Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Guys, we'll get started shortly. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. We'll get started shortly. Hey, Gerald. Welcome, Gerald. Hey, Charity. Welcome.
Caution. We don't know what sort of enemy we're facing.
Guys, we'll get started shortly. We'll get started shortly, guys. This evening is Q&A. Q&A. Can you guys hear me okay?
I can hear you.
You can hear me now? Very good.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Awesome.
Sounds
Awesome.
good.
All right, guys. We'll get started shortly here. Welcome, everyone. This evening is Q&A, guys. Q&A. All right. We'll get started shortly. Hey, Gerald, welcome. Welcome, Bill. Welcome, Mary.
Hey, Dave.
Hey. Hey, Frankie, welcome.
Rushing into a
Hey,
battle
David.
after-
Hello.
Hello, hey, Gerald. Hey, Collis, welcome, Collis.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, guys, we'll go ahead and get started here. All right. So as you guys know, this evening is a Q&A. All right. So this is your opportunity to ask any questions, whether it's about the markets, the trading systems, anything in general related to trading. All right. And we'll also go through different systems and the markets also. Do you guys have any questions at all as we start? Anything in particular you guys want to address?
I have a question, David.
Okay. Hey, Carlos. Yep.
Hi.
Hello.
Can you explain price? What is it called? Price action,
Okay.
and what that means in relation to when you're trading?
Okay. Okay. All right. So price action, when we say price action, all right, we mean basically, you guys should see my chart here. All right. So the movement in price. So let's do this here. So this is the Dow. All right. So price action, call
We
this.
can't see your chart yet, David.
Hold on. Hold on. All right. How about now?
Yes.
You guys can see it. Okay. So price action just refers to the movement of price. All right. So the candles, right? The markup phase, markdown phase, that's all price action. All right. So when we trade price action, we trade just price. We don't base our trading on fundamentals, right? All right. So we don't base it on earnings or anything like that, any type of right? It's all based on the price, the movement of price in real time. Okay, so that's price action. That makes sense?
Not quite.
Okay.
So, so using this chart as an example, when you get in at the buy signal there, the price is one price. As it continues on the markup phase, right? The price is changing,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
So when you get to like your next, excuse me, when you get to your next resistance, and then it breaks resistance and you want to put in another position, you're putting in another position based on at that price. So now it's a different price.
So you're referring to like the reaccumulation phase?
Correct.
Okay. Uh-huh. It would be
So
a different
now,
price. Yes, a higher
so now
price.
that's at a different price.
Mhm.
So, I mean, should we be taking price into account when we're putting in a trade or anticipating a trade?
Okay. All right. So let's take a look at, let's go here and let's find one. I see what you're referring to. So rather than follow the levels, hold on. Let me bring this up here. I'll bring up the 4 market phases. And let me share. Okay, so here is the 4 market phases, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting question. Okay. All right. So, interesting question. Okay. So here is the markup phase. And what you're asking is, right, if it breaks a new resistance right here in that reaccumulation phase, right? All right, do we base this on the price it is currently here? Let's say it's at $20 here, right? $20 here. All right, and let's say it was right here. Right, the first break was at $5. Do we base this entry here on $20, or do we base it on the resistance line? Is that correct?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So when you,
What's your real reason for asking this? And perhaps we can dig deep a bit.
well, I'm just understanding, because I know, like, just using this as an example, when you put in your initial position, you put it in at that price of $5.
Yes,
So
right.
as it continues to mark up and it gets to reaccumulation, you have an opportunity to put in another position. But
Yes.
at that different position, it's at a different price. So when you put in a different position, how does it change? I mean, and then as it continues to grow up, now you have 2 positions at 2 different prices. So
Mhm.
does that mean does that mean that you're making like more money or extra money? I just don't understand what price action has to do with trading. I'm not making a connection.
Okay, so the term price action, okay, all that refers to is this, what we are trading price. Okay, so we are trading the candles. There are some traders out there, they're few and far between now, right? Where they would just trade, they would not look at price, right? They would not look at candles, right? And that's why we are like trend followers, right? You guys have your book, Trend Following, right? We only base our decisions, our trading decisions on price, right? We don't base it on anything else. We don't base it on news, right? We don't base it on fundamentals, right? We don't base it on, we just base it on price action, right? We just follow the price. Okay, so that price action refers to that. That's it. Okay. All right. So price action means that we are technical traders, right? We do technical analysis and we analyze the price. So we're going to draw our support and resistance, right? And then we're going to analyze price as it moves higher, all right, or if it moves lower. That's price action. Up or down, we analyze just price. Okay, that's price action. However, what you're referring to is how we trade the price action and how we are profitable. All right. So if your initial position here, Carlos, was $5, all right, and you entered here and it went through, it's going through that markup phase, okay? Now, whatever price you, let's say it's now, this is $10, right? So from here to here, you've made what, how much? $5, right? A $5 profit, right? But now your second position would be here at $10, right? But then if you get a sell signal here, if it's $10 here, let's say it's $12 here, right? So let's say you added here. So you've made $5 profit from here to here, all right? From $10 to $12, so you'd have entered here, you would have made $2, all right? So your total profit is now $7.
So, but you don't make 5 off that first position. You don't make any more off of that. Like, how come that's not $7 by itself, and then the price is now $9?
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. Right. So this, yeah, so you're right. Right. So here that $5 here to here would have been 5, but then this trade still continues all the way up here. So yeah, you're absolutely right. So you would have made 7, the total trade from here to here. All right. And then the second position from here to here would be an additional $2. Right. So you're absolutely right, right? So that would have been $9. Total.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Now that makes sense. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. So we constantly, when we scale up, we have our original trade. It's still going. We're going to close this here. All right. And then the second trade will be from here to here. The first trade is not from here to here because we're still holding it until we sell here. Right? That's a good question because it can be all right. But the term price action really refers to how we trade, and we trade price. Okay. Good. So you're thinking. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job. Good job. Good job. All right. Let's see here. Okay, let's share this here. Any other questions? Or anyone wants to build upon what Collis just mentioned? Because the way we have to understand, if we need to understand how we make money in trading, right? In order to be successful, right? We need to understand how we make money. And scaling up is very important because that's how we're able to maximize our profits, right? And use the broker's capital, right, to increase our profits. Okay. And it might seem basic, but it's not basic, right? It's not basic. All right. Any other questions out there? This is Q&A. So any other questions, any symbols you guys are looking at?
David, can you look at the dollar CAD?
The dollar CAD.
Yeah, we talked about that last night.
Dollar CAD. I think it pulled back a bit, right? Dollar CAD. Let's see here.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Okay, pull back a bit. Okay, Bill. So what's your question, Bill? Bill? We lost Bill. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, well, until Bill comes back, because this is, like you said, this is one of the ones that, I think it was Tracy, said that she was in and they got a sell signal.
Well, no,
And yes,
she received the buy signal, right?
buy signal. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. Buy
Yes.
signal.
Yeah, we actually got the buy signal while we were in class last night, right? Yeah, she got in before the buy signal, right?
Right. Yeah. And so
So
this
I'm
is
back. Can you hear
where,
me? I'm sorry.
oh, there we go. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
You're back.
My question is this a real bad time to consider getting in because it's so far below the buy signal with a big old white candle? Is it better to let this one play out, or is this a real good time to jump on?
So you're not in it, right?
Right.
Okay, so what do you think, Bill? If we analyze and we analyzing the price action now, call this. All right. So we're going to analyze just the price, right? Just the price. So if we analyze price, what is price telling us? What is price telling us here?
So right at the,
Go ahead, Corliss.
so at the buy signal there, I'm looking at this on my phone. I'm not looking at on my computer. It's like 1.30, maybe a little bit more. So if you got in at that point, it would be that price at the buy signal.
Okay. So when we analyze price, and I know what you're thinking now. I know I get it. I know what you're thinking. All right. Hey, Gerald, welcome. Okay. So for years, I did this with traders. I would do this here. You guys are fortunate because we brought this back. But for years, I did this for this particular reason. 1 second here. And I see the confusion. All right. For years, I would remove the price and the time. So no times, no dates down here, no price down up in here, just the current price here. All right. And the reason why is that we don't need to analyze the price. I know what you're thinking of, Collis, right? So this will mess you up when you look at the price itself, okay? And even the price here, all right? When we analyze price, we analyze the structure of price, okay? And what do I mean by the structure of price?
No clue.
Take a guess. What do I mean when I say we want to analyze not the price itself, not where it is, current. That's important, but that's not as important.
Where it's
All right.
going? Or
Where
where
it's
it's been?
where it's going, where it's been. Very good. All right. And what else? What else? And anyone. When we analyze price action, right? What are we looking for? We're looking for structure. All right. All right. There's a story in the price. All right. And those of you who have trend following, it's really, really good. And even trading in the zone, right? Right. There is a structure in the price. So if we look here, what is price telling us here? Here. From here to here. Right? This area here. What is price? What is the price action telling us here?
That consolidation.
Consolidation. But what else? What does that mean? Consolidation.
It's
What
not
does that
really
mean?
steady.
It's not
It's
really
kinda up and
steady,
down.
up and down, but think of this in terms of because these are traders are all human, right? We are human beings, right? So what is this? If these are individuals, forget about these candles here. These are individuals, these are people just like us, right? That are buying and selling here. What is this telling us here? Forget about the term consolidation. What is happening here with these traders? When we analyze price action, look at it. Look at it.
They're going against each other.
They're going against each other, right? There's no real direction, right? There's a lot of confusion, right? There's no clear, right, flow with price. How about here?
Same.
Same. How about here? Same.
So it's like the
Same.
buyers and the sellers are fighting each other.
Yes. So how do we know who is in control? Who is in control here?
It's more neutral.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there's no one in control, right? Same thing here. Same thing here. So this is your price action, right? The fundamentals could be great or it could be bad. We don't care. We don't know. The data could be great or bad. We don't care. We don't know. We are going to analyze the price action. All right. So whether it's at 103.01 doesn't matter. Whether it's at 1.2297 doesn't matter to us. The only time it might matter, Corliss, is if the price does what? If the price action does what? When might this become important?
Breaks resistance.
When it breaks resistance. Right? And then when it breaks resistance, we know what? We know what now the buyers are in control, right?
Right.
Right. So this is your price action. All of this is your price action. And what we do is we analyze the price action. We don't analyze the price where it is. Now, traders will watch the price here, levels here. They will watch the levels here. They will watch the levels here. All right. But what we want to do, right, is watch how price is behaving. This price action here, all right, is very, very different. All right. And that's what you guys have to analyze, right? It's very, very different than this price action here. What is this price action telling us?
This pair has pretty good trends.
Has pretty good trends. Whether it's a downward trend or an upward trend. Very, very different. There isn't a lot of confusion. Price is not neutral, right? These traders know exactly what they want to do. They know they wanted to take the price down here, and they know that they wanted to take the price up in this direction here. All of this is your price action. What we have to do is analyze the price action and find Carlos where, and everyone, where there is traders have made a decision. Right? Where traders have made a decision. All right? Either to the long side or to the short side. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So this is your price action. So when we analyze price action, this is what we analyze in. The current price, yes, it's important. It's not as important as how the price moves. All right. This movement in price will tell us how traders feel about trading EURSEK. They love trading it. Right? They love trading it down and they love trading it up. There's a lot of conviction in trading EURSEK. All right. So our job is to find, right, the symbols where traders feel good about trading it, right? So let's go back to, and I'm glad we're talking about this because we do some of this in the beginners class, and I know you guys don't, you guys are out of the beginners class, okay? But look at this here. Very different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. Very, very different. Very, very different. Lots of indecision, right? So we could trade this, but guess what? It's not a great trade, right? And why is it not a great trade?
What I started doing, David, I started looking at some of the previous trades, and when you got 4 to 5 previous trades are all losing trades, that's an indicator to me that they're not trading this particular pair very well.
Yep. Not only that, right? The system isn't trading it very well.
Right. The system is also giving it's telling you exactly what the price is doing, and then when you look at 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 6 previous trades are all failing trades. I look at it as a caution.
Yeah. Very good job. Very good. Look here. Here's a losing trade here. Here's a losing trade here. Here's a losing trade here, right? This, guess what? It's failing to break. It failed to break resistance here, failed to break resistance and stay, failed here. So sellers are sitting here. All right. This is your price action. Right here, this is your price action. And what you guys have to do, you have lots of opportunities, right? All of these here, right? You have lots of opportunities, but not every trade, if we trade in the dollar group, not every dollar group is the same. right? Not every dollar pair is the same, trades the same way. Now they'll follow each other, but they're not all the same. So we have to analyze the price action and find the best one. Look here, right? This here, look at this, a lot of indecision, lot of indecision, lot of indecision here. Failed, failed, failed. And why is it failing? Because guess what? We're in a tight consolidation in here. You guys see that? Look at this here. Can you imagine trading this? Imagine trading this.
You know the craziest thing about that chart right there, if you go back to that chart, David, the craziest thing is this price action doesn't create itself. Somebody's actually trading this.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing about this. This chart ain't just creating itself. This is actually real life price action.
So are they trading it on a short time frame for it to be like that?
I don't even know if trading on a short time frame can. I mean, you could probably get some action in it, but it's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. But this is the when we look at I talked about Stellar and Charity. They both did a great job, right, with their equity trades where they got really good markdown phase, right? The what you guys and it's not as clear with Forex, right? Sometimes we can get really good clear movements, right? But because Forex has a lot of volatility, right? We get a lot of big swings. But ideally, if you guys can train yourselves, right, to when you look for trade setups, right? Let me see here. Hold on. Kind of like this, right? This is a bit rocky, but this is something you could find in Forex, right? Where it's gotten through that markdown phase, right? Found support. All right. So found support. Here is support down here. This is gonna be your best best trades. And that's why we talk about, find setups like this, right? When I started trading, when I found like a process that worked, I would blanket my walls. So my office at the house, I would just blanket my walls, right? Have mirror, my door, everything would be so that it reminded me this is what to look for. This is what to look for. That's why when we do the form, I show you guys support and resistance and the 4 market phases, and I say, hey, laminate it, okay? Because what happens is this: after a while, after you guys do this for a while, you tend to forget, right? You tend to forget. We tend to forget because we trade in, we focus on making money, and we forget the basics. This right here is a horrible chart. This is not very good price action here. Okay. And the reason we know that is because guess what? It is stuck within a range. Now, at some point, it might break out, right? At some point, it might break out, all right? And it might become a very good trade, all right? But we have to understand how the price is moving. And Collis, I'm glad you mentioned this. I wasn't sure when you mentioned this, what way we were heading, right? But if we look here, right, and Gerald mentioned this, right? Here is a loss, here is a loss, here's a profitable trade right here, all right? But if we analyze this here, so let's analyze this chart right here. This is just random chart. This is Swiss yen. Swiss yen. All right, so let's analyze this. And this is what we need to do, right? Sometimes we will not have a rotation, and sometimes we just have to trade. There is a move happening in the yen pairs though. All right, so if we were to analyze this, what's happening here? What is this price action here telling us? Anyone? On this time frame. So we'll stick with this time frame, the 240. What is the price action telling us here?
Maybe a
Call
little
it.
up and down,
Huh?
maybe a little up and down, like, it's still a fight to some extent, because the buyers take over, the buyers are in control, and then the sellers kind of come in and take control. So it's kind of back and forth.
Okay, look at the whole chart. So we're looking at the whole picture. We're looking at everything, right? So look at everything here. I'm gonna do this. All right. All right, so what is price telling us? Where are the sellers? Let's say that, okay, where the buyers and where the sellers?
Chasing each other,
They're chasing
almost.
each other. All right. So where can we see where sellers came in and where buyers came in? Because these are human beings, right? These are individuals trading this, right? Okay. Can anyone help call us? If we look at the overall chart here, right? Where are their buyers sitting and sellers sitting? Where are they? Anyone? Take a guess. All right. So we know sellers are sitting here. Why? Because guess what? That's where they brought the price down before. Same thing here. Sellers are sitting here, right? Sellers are sitting here. We'll count this. Sellers are sitting here. Sellers are definitely sitting here. You think sellers are sitting here also?
Yep.
Yep. Buyers are sitting here. That's where they push the price higher. Buyers are sitting here. Push the price higher. Buyers are sitting here. Push the price higher. Buyers are sitting here to push the price higher. You think buyers are sitting here to possibly push the price higher?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Are there more buyers here than sellers? Are there more buyers here than sellers?
There
Right
are today.
now.
What's that?
Said there are today.
Historically, based on our price action here, historically, are there more buyers sitting here than sellers? Are there more sellers sitting here at resistance here than buyers?
More buyers.
Historically, there's more sellers, but doesn't it look like it's almost breaking out of the resistance there? It might continue on its trend?
Who is sitting there? More buyers or sellers? Based on the price action, based on the history.
Sellers.
Sellers. Sellers. So there's a larger chance, a greater chance that guess what? This could fail. It failed here. 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 Why would we think that now, all right, now would be when it breaks out? Look here. It failed here, failed here, failed here, failed here. Now we can see it, right? We can see it clearly. Failed here. And guess what? We're right here now. There's a good chance that the sellers could come back in and they'll push the price all the way down. All the way back down here to support, just like they did here. All the way here. You guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So how would we trade this? If we were to trade it?
Maybe on a smaller time frame.
No, we're gonna stick with this time frame.
Oh, well, I mean, there is the buy signal. It did break support. I mean, it broke resistance.
Yeah, it broke resistance and we got, but look here, we broke resistance here and that failed. Right? We were moving up nicely here and that failed. We had green candles here and that failed, right? Okay. All right. So let's talk about this. We got 10 more minutes and we'll be done. But I'm so glad you mentioned this, Carlos. This is going to be your perhaps your most difficult trade. Okay? Your best trading opportunities will be coming through the markdown phase. All right? Markdown phase, accumulation, markup phase, buy signal. Markdown phase, accumulation, breakout big candle, buy signal. Okay? Ideally, that's what we want. Okay, because we know we buying near the bottom. Here, we getting in near the top, where sellers have proven, right? They've proven time and time again, right? They're here sitting. We know buyers are here. Buyers are here, right? Coming through that markdown phase, accumulation support right here. So can we take this trade? Absolutely. So if we analyze price, right? We just have to know the condition of the price, right? And we have to analyze, call this the price action, right? So can we take this trade? Absolutely. And this is how we would trade it. We would understand that we're not naive to think that if we took this trade here, it has a buy signal, that there's a guarantee that it's going to just break out. We're not that naive, right? We know that there are sellers here. I'm going to hold on 1 second here. All right. We know that there's sellers right here. We know that there's sellers right here waiting. They're here and they're just waiting, right? Right? They're waiting to push us back down. We know that they're here. So we're not naive. All right. We'll take this trade knowing that the sellers are here waiting. They've proven, right? They've proven based on the price action, right? That they're here and they're willing to push the price lower at this level right here. That's when this becomes critical, right? This number right here. All right. So we know right at what's that 142 and change, that's a critical number, right? So we'll take the trade knowing that sellers are here. But we've got some hope. And the hope is this. So call this all of this we're doing, right? All of this is price action. And what we're doing is we analyzing the price, right? And we're using our technical tools, technical analysis, all right, to give us an advantage. Okay, so look here. So we know sellers are here, but we also know buyers are here. Buyers are here. We got higher lows. Okay, so it's we're stepping up. We're stepping up. We know sellers are here, right? We know the sellers are sitting here, but guess what? The buyers are now taking the price higher. We know that because we're getting higher lows, right? We're stepping up, right? Think of this as a steps, right? We're stepping up. We're moving higher, higher, right? See that?
Mm-hmm.
So yes, we can take this trade, right? We know, hey, we have buyers are building, making higher lows. Sellers are still waiting right there. They're right there. So what's our advantage? Our advantage is this. Our disadvantage is this, and it's a battle, right? And we are hoping that we've got strong enough buy-in to push higher, and now we could perhaps make another higher low and so forth. But guess what? If the price does this, let's do this here. Get a red. All right. Let's say we start getting some red candles come down like this. And we get a sell signal like this. What's happened? What has happened with the price? What's happened with the price? Or price action, what's happened?
Well, it decreases, right? The price action.
Okay, so but what happened? These are human beings, right? These are individuals. When we
Oh, the
trade with,
sellers,
what happened?
the sellers took over.
The sellers, yeah, sellers came back in just like they did here before. Just like they did here before. Sellers came back in and they rejected the buyers. And now we have to get out. We are aware that they're here. We always know that they're here. So we're not blindly taking this trade, hoping, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know that they're here, but we also know that we have buyers we're building, right? So we've got a good chance that, but guess what? The sellers are still here, right? So we're playing offense, right? Offense and also defense. All right. So guess what? Sellers come in. Guess what? We're going to get out before, guess what? More selling comes in. We'll get out right in here. But guess what? If we move higher, if this time, and this could be the time, we don't know, right? Where, guess what? We're able to now break out, and now the buyers are now in control. And now this here, this resistance here is a distant memory. It becomes a distant memory. It's no longer a concern, right? We're now looking at further resistance up above that might be a concern. So we trade, right? So we trade this area, right? And then once we get past this area here, and you guys will look, if you look here, you'll notice, right? If you look here, you'll notice. So we trade, you can call it a zone or whatever you want to call it, right? Does that help? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like right here, right? Let me find a better one. Horrible price action. Okay, here, just like here. This is now a distant, this was tough getting through here. You see here? Okay, so same thing here, and then I'll be done. All right, then I'll be done. All right. All right, so just think of what we just went through, right? What we just went through. All right, so same thing here, right? We have sellers here. Sellers are here, knocking the price back down. Sellers are here, knocking the price back down. Sellers are here, knocking the price back down. And then we have buyers, and sellers were sitting right here also. All right, looking to push the price back down. And then we also had buyers, right? And I know we don't have green candles, but just go with me here for a second. Green candles, price did go up, green right here. Buyers are sitting here, buyers are sitting here, and then buyers are sitting here. Buy signal here, guess what? Right? Buyers finally won, right? Now, this right here, past memory, right? It's in the rearview mirror. Now, we've got to move ahead now and do the same thing. Okay, we have to move ahead now and we have to do the same thing here. All right, so you see that? You guys see that? We have to move forward, and this is how we analyze the price, right? So we move forward here, move forward here, right? Buyers, sellers are sitting here, right? Buyers are now took off, right? And waiting for a buy signal here. And we keep doing that. And we could keep moving along with price. Guess what? This is an area here, right? This is an area right here where sellers came in before. Right? So right here is where sellers came in before, guess what? And pushed the price lower. So guess what? There's sellers right here that could come in and push the price lower. All right. When we do this, we're not afraid of the price, right? When we do this, we can anticipate to a high degree, right? Where price might go. And there's a good chance in this case that this price might come back, consolidate a bit. All right. So Collis, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I didn't know we would be doing this, right? But it's good that we did this. All right. You guys learned some stuff on this?
Yep.
Yep. So just to recap, your price action is how, and Gerald mentioned it also, right? You can look at the past, how the system is trading. You could look at how the candles, right here, right? That's really good decision, right? Really good decision, really good decision. We're getting into here where there is more indecision. Okay, so look at the price. If you guys find charts like this, just be very careful, right? Find another symbol. All right, and whether it's Forex, whether it's equities, doesn't matter. All right, look at the chart. Look at it on the forward time frame, whatever time frame you're trading. All right, so if you're trading on a daily time frame, let's say like Stock Boss. All right, let me clear this. All right, so Stock Boss, right? Any of the other systems, right? Look for very good, clean charts, right? Where there is this, where there isn't a lot of indecision in price. Okay, right here, look here, very nice markdown phase, very nice markup phase. You know, we know traders they're very decisive on what they want to do. All right. All right, guys. Good class. Good class. Thanks, Collis. All right,
Thank you.
guys. Take care, guys. You're welcome. Good question. And I'll see you guys tomorrow in the beginners class. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.